Hey everyone, it's Aditi here, your intuitive marketing strategist, and today we're going to be learning how to use Canva to create cool social media pictures as well as digital products that you can eventually sell later. So Canva is a free online tool that you can use on your computer as well as on your phone because they just launched a mobile app that you can use too. So I'm going to show you guys today how you can use Canva. I know in the beginning it can be a little bit overwhelming. I know it was for me in the beginning. So once you get a little bit of a lay of the land, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour and an overview of the different features. And then I'm also going to give you guys a live demo on how you can use this tool to create pictures. And it's really cool because you don't have to be a Photoshop specialist or a graphic specialist at all because they have some preset templates that you can use as well as a lot of drag and drop. And I don't know about you guys, but I love me a drag and drop because I don't know how to do anything else but that. So this tool is super easy that allows you to do drag and drop and making things bigger, changing colors and all of that good stuff. The cool thing is if you're doing this for your brand, you can actually use your exact brand colors inside of the tool. And I'm going to show you guys how you can do that. All right, so let's get started. So first I'm going to share my screen so y'all can follow along with me. All right, so on a very basic level, first I want to say that this is a free class being offered as part of the Angel Marketing Club. If you'd like to be a part, go ahead and head over to themarketingangel.com and go ahead and put your approval to be a part of the group. And inside of this, you'll get free marketing classes like this one. I'm going to be sharing marketing tips and free challenges that we do, and you'll get to meet other like-minded Earth Angels just like you. So today is the Canva training. Now on a basic level, just to give you guys an idea of how you can use social media pictures, you can use pictures to share a quote, you can repurpose stuff from your blog or from your tweets, you can share an opinion, you can teach a tip, you can tell a story, you can create an experience, so that could be through a challenge or something else. And you can also share a free opt-in and invite people to join your mailing list. Now, what an opt-in is essentially it's a freebie, or like, for example, one of my clients, she created a selfish starter pack because she's a selfish coach. So she created this freebie to invite people to join their mailing list. You can also use it to promote stuff. You can use it to promote your offerings, your free challenges, your course, any specials you're running. If you want to share testimonials, success stories that your clients have had, or even case studies, which is similar to that. All right, so first what you want to do is you want to literally head over to canva.com. And here you will see an overview of all this. Basically you can save everything inside of your account, which is pretty cool, and you can sign in with your social media profile. So you can sign in with your Facebook. When you first log in, you'll see everything that you've created. So obviously I have a lot of stuff because I've been using Canva for a really long time. But what you want to first do is you'll see at the top where it says create a design. And then what you'll see is on the side, you'll see this plus button. And then I want you guys to notice on the right, you'll also see an option to use custom dimensions. For the most part, you won't have to use custom dimensions, but sometimes there are a few things that they don't include in here that I have had to use that. So if I press more, you'll basically see all the different types of designs that show up. So you can see here, the first one is social media. Now this is just a standard size social media post that you can use across Facebook, Instagram, wherever. And so it's just a general sized one. But if you want to get specific sizes, these are more specific dimensions. So the cool thing is, in an alternative to PowerPoint, you can use Canva and you can use this presentation one to create like a slide deck or a fun PDF. If you want to teach people something or do a presentation, this is an alternative that you can use to PowerPoint. Okay, and the reason you may want to use Canva instead is because there's lots of different options and features for designing the PowerPoint or designing the slides, and I'll show you guys some more features that are in here. And then a poster. You can use this, let's say, if you want to make printed flyers, or even if you want to make a PDF that kind of lists out different things for, let's say, again, a freebie, 10 ways to, I know Regina, you're here, 10 ways to raise your credit. Or 5 ways tapping can reduce your stress. So you can use that as a PDF to do that. Facebook cover. You guys may know on Facebook, which is the cover photo behind your picture, and also on the Facebook business page. Now, one thing I want you guys to be aware of, so I'm going to log into my Facebook real quick, and you guys can see this is the Facebook cover right here behind me as it loads. Okay, so here's the Facebook cover behind me. And I want you guys to notice that since my picture is here, it covers up part of the picture. So when you're designing it, the cool thing is in Canva, they do give a template that has this little picture here, so you have an idea. But I want to point something out that's interesting to you guys. That's something that just changed recently with Facebook. Now, if I were to go to my business fan page, it's a little different. See, it used to be where the profile picture used to be right here, and it would be covering this area. But this is no longer the case. So this is something that's new that's come up that we want to keep in mind when we're creating the cover photo for our business page, because this area is actually open, so you can design the full page, but inside Canva, it doesn't actually do that. So you guys can see, I'm going to press Facebook cover right now. So it still has the old model one where it has the profile picture here. Now this is good for your personal profile cover, but not for the business page, because they just updated this and Canva hasn't updated it to be on top of it yet. But you guys are on top of it because you're watching this class, so now you know that, okay? And then next is a Facebook post, and then there's a blog graphic. So as you guys can see, there's lots of different options. The ones I use the most are the Facebook cover, the social media post, the Twitter post, because it can seem a little overwhelming because each different platform has different sizes, but you don't have to use them all the time. What you can do is maybe use a couple at a time, and it depends on what is going on. So I'm going to give you guys an example of one of my clients where we just refreshed all of her social media and we used Canva to do it. So y'all may have heard of Shweta Iyer. She is one of my private clients that I work with. So we just updated her business profile to include her core message. So if you guys remember, we did the core message in the branding workshop, which was from day 5 of the 90-day Get Seen challenge. So we updated her business photo to create this. Now let's see if it shows what it was before. Before we did it together, she just had a blank moon. So this is really nice, but you're missing an opportunity to present your brand and share a message and tell us more about your brand. So that's why I had her change it up and add her core message in here. So this is one thing we did, was the Facebook cover photo. Now we also updated her personal profile. Let's see if we can get to that. Yeah. So in this one, she's inviting people to join her free 90-day energy reboot that she's running. So shwetaiyer.com, it sends you to the link. So one thing I want you guys to notice when I am working with your cover photos and etc., I always invite you to create something that invites people to take some sort of action. So one could be to invite them to join your email list, invite them to join a free challenge, as Shweta is doing here, or invite them to join a Facebook group if you have one. So if you'll notice, so this is her personal profile, and then you'll notice over here she has Join the free Energy Rockstars community to learn how. shwetaiyer.com/energyrockstars. So even here, she has an invitation to bring people in deeper to building a relationship with her brand. And the reason I invite you guys to also have a cover photo for your personal profile is because when you are running a group or when you are participating in other people's challenges, other people's Facebook groups is what I meant, people often click your profile to see who you are, right? So when they click your profile to see who you are, if you have this cover photo here, whoa, you've just invited them into your community. You've just opened up an invitation to build a relationship with them. And I can tell you guys firsthand, this works because I've gotten a ton of people join my email list and join this Angel Marketing Club through having it as my background photo. All right. So for me right now, well, first let's finish her. So then on Twitter, she also updated her profile to include her 90-day challenge because that's what she's doing right now. So here, so in this one, she is using her core message again. So when people come on your profile, they get an idea of what you're all about. So here she wrote, self-empowerment is one choice away. That is her core message. And then you'll see here, she has a Twitter picture. So here's the Twitter size picture, which you can get from Canva here by clicking this one that says Twitter posts. And it says, reset your life and join the free 90-day energy reboot. Sign up here. And then she has a link again, inviting people in to build a relationship with her and her brand. And she says, join the free 90-day energy reboot with Shweta Iyer. And then again is the link to sign up. So she has the link in here and she has the link here. So mainly I'm showing this to you to show you the pictures. We'll get more into the strategy over the next couple weeks, but here I wanted to show you guys the example of the picture. Okay, so she made this Twitter cover head here and as well as the one here. All right. Now for me, I created one for Get Seen, Get Paid, which is my marketing course. So I have, I'm using my personal profile picture and I'm inviting people to check out the link. So again, I'm inviting people in. So I'm sending them somewhere. All right. And when you update your Facebook cover, the cool thing is you can also write a whole thing over here. So we'll also get into this deeper, like I mentioned, as we move through each day, but just wanted to give you an overview of that. Okay. All right. Looks like someone commented on the picture. I just want to make sure they're able to get in. Okay, cool. All right. So let's see. So again, so they're divided by category: social media posts, documents, blogging and ebooks, marketing materials. So you can do this for print stuff. Social media and email headers. That's cool. I think the email header is a new thing. So basically, if you have an email newsletter that you send out, you can use this email header to put at the top of your emails, which is super cool because this is totally new. I haven't seen that before. And then here's the option for the Twitter header that I just showed you guys. And then the really cool one is you can do YouTube thumbnails. I don't know if you guys realize that, but on YouTube, if you make a video, which you guys will be doing to get seen, you can create a cover photo that lays over the top. So I'll show you an example of some that I have done. Let's see. Load more. So you guys can see a couple more close up here. So you guys can see, meet Aditi, your marketing strategist. So I created this cover, this YouTube thumbnail in Canva, and it just makes your YouTube video look pretty. So over here you'll see, make your first 1K in your business, clear out the clutter and make room for joy. How to set up a webinar and grow your brand. So when you post this in places or when people come to your YouTube channel, they'll see these pretty graphics on what the topic of your video is. I don't do it for all my videos, but I do it for some of them. So I like these ones too. These are for Confident Payday. which was a training series I did earlier this year. So yeah, so that gives you guys an example of what that's about, the YouTube thumbnails. All right, and the cool thing is they also have Facebook ads down here. So if you are running ads for Facebook, they have that here for you. Now, the one that they don't have that I'll tell you is the Facebook group photo. So you don't see that here. So that one I always need to make a custom dimension. So whenever you guys don't know a custom dimension for any social media, you want to just go ahead and Google it. So you can literally Google Facebook group dimensions and it will come up for you. Facebook group photo dimensions. All right, so over here it says 851 by 315. Oop, looks like I hear something. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute you, Laura. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. All right, so that's what you can do here, right? 851 by 315. So when you do that, you can just go into Canva and do custom dimensions, and you literally type 815 by, oh sorry, I think it was 851. 851 by 315. And then you press design, and voila, it comes up. So the cool thing is, there's all these different options to create different layouts. All right, so you can see on the left all of this stuff. So I'm gonna do it for, let's do it for a social media post. All right, let's start with that. So I just am clicking social media post. Now you guys will see on the left, there's all these sample templates that you can use. Now, I want to note that they're not all free. So on the bottom right, you'll see it says free. So the ones that are free, it will say it's free, but the other ones are paid. But they're usually not that expensive. They're usually just $1. So if you really like one of these templates, you can just pay for it. Or if you're fancy, you can design it yourself. So you can look at the design and be like, whoa, that's really cool. I want to make it myself. And you can just you can get like design ideas by looking on the left. So if you're like, girl, I do not know any like ways to design nothing. So this is a great way to just get some ideas on how you can design some stuff. So like there's this clearance sale one, snowflake. If you want to do quote ones, there's options for those. So you can just use these to get ideas. And a trick that I use, you guys, is if I see a picture that I like, but it's not free, what I'll do is I'll go on Google and I will look for a Creative Commons license, because FYI, you guys, you cannot just use any picture and use it for your brand. You want to make sure it has a Creative Commons license, which means you can use it without getting sued. So you guys want to be very careful about that. You want to make sure you have a license to use the photos. But I always, let me just show you guys real quick. So what I'll do is I'll be like Creative Commons pictures, Google. All right, so this link will come up which says CC search Creative Commons. You click on this. And then you click Google, which means it will look on Google for the pictures that you're allowed to use. So you can see it says, I want something I can use for commercial purposes or that I can modify, adapt, or build upon. Okay, so I want to say flowers. Okay, so I'm going to search flowers that I can use without getting sued. And if you press images at the top, it will take you to all the pictures that you can use for free without getting in trouble. So in this case, what you would want to do is, let's say I want to use this picture. I would right click and save this image onto my desktop. Let's use it to my desktop. Okay, flowers. And then what you want to do is head over to Canva and you can actually upload. So if you look on the left, you'll see an option for layouts. And then elements, which is you can make lines and shapes and drawings and icons, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And then the text box is how you can create text. And there's all these cool options that you can use, and they're all free. And then background means color. So if you want to like have a back color, you can just press any of these buttons and click them. If you want to add a specific color, like I was saying, if you guys have a special brand color, you can just copy and paste it, enter right here, and it will pop up, which is super cool. So again, there's also design. And so one thing I want you guys to make note of is make sure if whatever design you're using, you're able to read the text on it. Because a lot of times I see people make social media pictures, but then you can't read the text. So you can also search for images in here. If you didn't want to do Google, if you wanted to pay $1 for them, you can search pictures here. So if I were to search flowers, there's all these flowers that come up. So there's like, so these are free. Some of these are free. These are like drawings of flowers. And the cool thing is you can just move them. You can make them smaller. See what I was saying about drag and drop? That's the life I'm about. And you can literally just drag and drop and make them smaller and do whatever you like with them. Okay? And if you don't like it, you just click it, you hit delete. The cool thing is with some of these icons, you can change the colors and match them to your brand, which is probably my favorite part that you can do here. So you guys can see I just completely changed the entire color of this flower. It used to be, this was the original flower, and I just changed it to all of these colors, okay? So again, so I search flowers, so you can get some of these like graphic flowers, or you can get some of these pictures. But again, when you see these lines, it means you have to pay for it, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you want to pay $1, you can totally do that, but just keep it in mind that you realize that. Because when you save, it will tell you like, hey, you have to pay for it. And the only reason I'm telling you guys that is because sometimes you'll spend all this time creating this amazing picture, and then you're checking out and you didn't realize you used a paid picture, and then you get really frustrated. And you're like, oh, I thought it was a free picture. Because that's happened with some of my clients before. So that's why I'm telling you guys that. All right, so now let's go to upload. So here in the uploads, since I already used my account, you can basically upload any photos and use them here. So what we're gonna do is I pressed upload your own photos, and I'm going to upload that flowers picture that we just downloaded to the desktop. So it's loading, you guys can see. Okay, so I just put it here. Now you guys can make it super big, so it takes up the whole amount of space. Okay, and then the cool thing is you can also reduce the transparency. So if you see on the right, I'm reducing the transparency, which means it's making it a lighter color. So if you want it to be kind of like a background photo and you don't want it to be super bright because you're gonna put text on it, you can do that. You can also flip the photo. Let's say you want to flip it sideways or horizontally, or you want to flip it up and down. You can do that as well. So that's really cool. The cool thing is you can do this with your personal photos as well. So let me show you guys. So here's me, right? And then I can flip it to the other side if I want. If I need me to be facing the other way, I can flip it. Now, you probably don't want to do this, but if you need to for some reason, for your self-portrait, you can switch sides, which I think is awesome. Because then what I can do is, and I've done that with one of my things, if I want double me on both sides, I can do that. So that's cool. And then you can have the text in the middle or whatever you want to do. So one thing I want to say to you guys is, so you guys can see normal photos, you have like a full background, right? But what you can do is you can get your crop outs made. And what you can do for that is you literally just go to Fiverr.com, which is a website where you pay $5 for anything and everything. Crop out photo. You can just search that. And there's a bunch of people who will do that for you. And they can even create cartoons of you if that's what you want for your brand, or even just for fun. But people will literally crop you out. See, I will remove or change the background in 1 hour for only $5. So sometimes they have deals where you can upload like 20 pictures and get a whole bunch done for a certain amount. So I don't think this guy has that option, but, and then what you want to do is before you pay anyone, you want to look at their reviews and see if they have good reviews. But you can see how this lady is cropped out and has no background. So that's what I did. And I think it just makes photos more fun when you do that, see? And here's another one. So that is how you guys can create pictures and have them cropped out, just like I did here. Okay. So let me show you guys the text. So the text is cool because there's all these different, so you can basically press any of these three at the top. So I can press add heading, and then you can just type inside of it. And then you can, again, just drag and drop. And then you can change the font or the color or anything that you would like. So there's a ton of options here for fonts, which is totally fun. Script, okay? And then colors. Colors are here. So there is an upgrade version, you guys, that you can pay for, which is like the work one. And in that one, you can actually save your brand color, so you don't have to input it every time. So like right now, I would have to input my brand color. Or you can just use the options that they have. Okay. All right, cool. Now, here's the cool thing. I love this option because if you click on one of these, it kind of already has it set up in a certain way. And then you can just change the words. Welcome to Nikki's world. Come to be blown away. All right. So you guys can see how I have this picture. I can make this smaller. Oh, and by the way, there's also a cropping feature. So if I want to crop my photo, I can just click it and then press crop, and then it becomes like that. And I just highlight the area that I want it to be until. So I want it to be up to here, and then I just press this check mark, and it has been cropped to a smaller size. So as you guys can see, you can't really see this well. So if I were doing this, I would change the colors, and what you can do right here. Change it to black. Cool. And then I want to show you guys the icons. So there's a whole bunch of other ones over here. It's just fun to play around with. There's colored ones. There's even like text banners. There's like quote boxes. So you guys will have a lot of fun using this if you haven't used it much before. But it's like super fun. All these different titles, and you know, you can write all these things in it. See what I mean about the drag and drop? You literally just have to put it in there and then just change the text, which is totally fun. All right, so now let's look at elements. Okay, so here are the elements where you can, so they have an option for free photos, which that's cool. Grids mean how you want to break it up. So let's say you want to put 3 pictures. You can use these templates for that. Okay, frames, these are same thing, similar to templates. Oh look, they have like an iPhone, an iPad, TV, and different things like that, a mirror. And what you guys can do is basically, let's say I wanted to use this, right? I just need to drag a photo into it, and then I can put that in there. So let's drag this. Oh shit, so now the photo is in the size of the figure. So that's pretty freaking cool. All right, so if I wanted to change it, put Shweta in there, you can do that. One of my other past clients. So that's pretty cool, okay? All right, let's go back to elements. So I love the icon. That's like one of my favorite things to use. Oh, and also their shapes. So you can use any of these shapes if you want to write stuff in it, or if you literally just want to have a colored shape for something, you can do that. I can change the color. So that's cool. All right, so now let's go to icons because that's my favorite one. Oh, and there's also lines. So here's the lines, you guys. If you want to have like a border, or sorry, like I guess it would be a border. You can put it at the bottom, and you can change the color as well. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of fun options. Illustrations. You can use, they have so many different things. I've used this mic one before. Definitely used the mic one before. All these preset pictures. This is why I really like Canva because it just has everything in it. Oh, look, they have charts too. I have never used this one before. But icons. So let's get to icons because I love me some icons, and you can totally change the colors and match it to your brand. So like, let's say you want to use a pencil. So here's a pencil. And you can change it to your brand colors. So it gives you two colors here. And see, you can change the colors to match your brand. Fun scissors. You can change the color of that too. So you guys can probably see how you can end up spending a lot of time doing this. And then there's some champagne glasses if you want to celebrate something. I used that for my Get Seen, Get Paid graduation party with all of the people who were part of the course. But yeah, this just goes on, you guys, forever and ever and ever. And then you also have these social media icons, which is perfect because if you want people to follow you, you can just tell them to click that. Okay. Now I want to show you guys a couple examples of stuff I've done. So I've kind of given you an idea of how to use the different tools in here. And now I want to, oh, and you guys, in terms of saving, you want to make sure it saves before you get out, otherwise you will lose it. And then over here is where you can change the title of the document. And then I'll tell you guys how you can download it. So you can either share it on social media, or you can just download it because then you can add a comment with your post. So I'm going to download it to show you guys what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when it's downloading. Now, if you did something paid, over here is when it would come up that, okay, you have to pay $1 for this. All right, so it saves to your computer, and then I open it, and voila, there it is. Okay. So then all I have to do is, you want to make sure you know where it's being saved, and then you can upload it. Okay, you can upload it straight to social media. Okay, and it says your design is ready. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys examples of things that I've done, and I want to show you how it looks if you're doing a challenge. So if you're doing a challenge like I did here, I did the video visibility challenge. And I created, I got this icon of the TV or screen or whatever this is. And what I did was you can create a copy. So if I did, okay, we're starting here, I can press this button right here and say copy this page. And it makes another one. So you don't have to redesign everything. You can just edit the words. Okay, day one, get on camera. Okay. So that saves you guys a lot of time. So then I'm gonna delete this. So here's a delete button. So you guys will see already, I have all of them here. So day one, day two, day three, day four, day five. And I like to keep them all in one document. So when they download, they all download together. So if you press download, it'll download all of the pages into a zip file, and then you just open that and you can use them. Or let's say you only need, let's say, number 3. What you're gonna do is you're gonna press this button and hit number 3, and it will only download that number. So it'll only download number 3. And you can see the numbers are here on the side that tell you which one it is. And then you can also move them. So let's say you put it in the wrong order by accident, I can move this up. So now it's day 2 is first, and then day 1 is next. But obviously that's not correct, so I'm gonna move it back. But let's say you like a new design, you can flip it around. So, all right. So there's an example of a challenge. So I'll show you guys what I am doing right now for the Get Seen Supercharged Challenge. I'm separating them by week only because it's for 90 days. I don't want to have like 90 pictures in one thing. So I'm doing them by week. So right now, this is the week 2 one. And this is how I am doing each one that I'm posting right now. Day 11, day 12, day 13, day 14. And again, I just use one of these text options, these pictures, and I just changed this. And this was an icon that I got. And then again, this was my cropped out photo that I just dragged into here. Okay. And then I want to show you for the group. So this is for a Facebook group. If you have a Facebook group, I have different ones that I've used. So there's one that I've used for the Angel Marketing Club. Here's another one. And here's the most recent one that I have in there. You can also do it for introductions. There's sometimes when I'm just introducing myself in a Facebook group and I literally just made a picture to say, hi friends, my name's Aditi and this is what I do and here's my core message. And I literally just posted this in the Facebook group and I wrote a little description about who I am and I was excited to be here. So this is a great way for your post to get more attention when you're posting it in a Facebook group, but even otherwise on social media. But here, and then when I introduced myself to B-Schoolers, which is one of the courses that I took, I created one for that too. So there's lots of creative ways that you guys can come up with to use this stuff. So here's the one that I was telling you guys. I used the mic. So there's the mic. And then so this is for a free class I did, the free branding workshop I taught. Okay. And then if you want to promote something, here's a promotion type of one. I said, let's get your business on the road. Sign up for your marketing assessment. So I was inviting people to get a marketing assessment for their business. And then when you launch something, this is when I first opened up my digital store. So I said, grand opening of the Angel Marketplace. You'll find trainings, workshops, and kits to grow your business and make the world a better place. Okay. So I was just playing with different icons and seeing which one I liked best. So that's what I was doing here. So yeah, you can use some of the other pages as a rough draft and then drag and drop to the top. And then I also used it to share testimonials. So if I wanted to put a testimonial in my newsletter, but I wanted to cover up one of the last name of the individual, I did that. So I took this person's post and they wrote about how they enjoyed my brand tuning class, and I wanted to share this in my newsletter. So I pulled it up in Canva, I took a screenshot of the post on Facebook, and then I saved it, then I uploaded it into Canva, and then I just took a box and I put that there. So that's basically an element. You just take a shape and you just take this, and then you can just make it smaller and cover up anything that you want to cover up just for privacy, like that, okay?
Well, no, because I can't get a refund.
Are you talking to me? So let's see. All right. So the last thing I want to show you guys is, well, not the last thing, but one of the things I want to show you guys is how to create a digital product in here. So you guys can make a freebie as well as creating an actual paid product. So I'm going to open up my blog starter kit. So my blog starter kit is one of my, let's see if I can find, go to my website, which is amplifywithaditi.com. I have an option to head to the product store. So I want to show you guys what it looks like on the outside. All right, so if you go to my website and you press product, so here's an example of how you can have it set up. If you go to products, I'm pressing click here for digital products created by Aditi. It takes you to this digital product store that I have. So I have all these products here. So I have a blog starter kit, a brand tuning workshop, and then I have a social media. This is the old Canva training class. So this is going to be the new one. And then I have 3 more things here. So webinar starter kit. So I'm going to show you guys. So this is what it looks like when someone's trying to buy it. The blog starter kit. And again, you guys, I made these pictures as well inside of Canva. So they look pretty nice. And then a little description here, and then people add to cart, and then it takes them to the blog starter kit. So I created the PDF part in Canva. So I created a video training and 2 audio lessons, but the PDF part, I created that inside of Canva. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I used the poster version of the sizing, and then I labeled it blog starter kit, and then that's it. I started with the first page, and then I just kept copying it. And this is what the paid product looks like on the inside. I have a welcome, and then I start with these like flags, and I show what is the blog, why have a blog, and I kind of break down different things, how to build a blog. So this is an example of how you guys can do this yourselves for any, because again, you guys all are really, really smart, and you have a lot of knowledge in your minds, and you can convert that into a digital product, because there are some things you're not going to want to work on one-on-one with people or repeat yourself multiple times. So you can just create a product and put all your information and time and effort into building this the first time, and then people just buy it over and over again, and they will continue to benefit from the knowledge in your mind without you having to replicate that time and effort again and again and again. So this is something people ask me about a lot, which is why I decided to create this. And I love having digital products. I've sold each and every one of them, and it's been fun. So that's what you can use. People often underestimate the idea of using Canva to create a product, but I've done it, and people have bought my products, and people have loved them. So you can do it too. Okay, so here's an example of the inside of one of my products. And then for an example of a freebie that I created, which was the Angel Scope Guide. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, here it is. So this was a free document that I created, which was getting people comfortable with Periscope. So I named it the Angel Scope Guide. And then on each page, I have information. So I have like a welcome message, and then I start with why Periscope, and then I start with getting started, and then what the steps to do them, and then getting familiar with people. And then I'm working, and then I have different parts. So this is part 3, and I help people work through their fears, their visibility fears, and all of their questions. What if people say mean things? You block them. So I went through all of that here. I enjoy this little thing I made. I use this pretty often. So you can even just copy. You can press copy, or you can just press Control-C. And if you have another document open, you can paste it into there. So you don't have to like recreate it every single time. So this is like a 15-page freebie that I created, and this was fun to create. And it looks super fancy when you download it. Let me show you guys how it looks. So you have an option to save it as a picture or a PDF. And I'm going to do PDF standard since I don't need to print it. And when I download it, I'll show you guys what it looks like as a PDF. Since it's a big document, it's taking a little bit longer. I did this to advertise a class that I did. Looks like this is not the final one. And here are the YouTube thumbnails that I was telling you guys about. 5-step training to build an opt-in. So you can upload this onto YouTube. And then again, they have a bunch of layouts over here on the left, which are fun. All right, so here is the PDF. So this is what it looks like, you guys, once you download it. So it looks pretty cool. And if you download it as an actual document, I think it should do it without opening in here. Well, that didn't work. Hold on. Let's see, did it save anywhere here? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, yeah, I wanted you guys to see it this way. So this is like a normal PDF, like how it would look. Okay. Without it opening in the browser. All right, so that is the main stuff here. I want to show you guys the app as well. So here is my phone right now. Pandora's telling me to get up on there and listen to their music. Sorry, my heart is with Spotify now. All right, so let's see. Where is Canva? All right, so you guys can see the blue icon here. This is Canva, the app, so you can do it on the go. So I click on that. And then again, on the top, you can see there's options for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, doing a presentation, a Facebook cover, a blog graphic. So this is like new. This app is new, so they continue to make it better and better over time. But it's pretty freaking cool. So you can do, let's do Instagram. Oh, these are like different options. If I click that, so you guys can see all the options down at the bottom. Let me move this up. Okay, because you guys can see that text, elements, layouts, pages. All right, and then here's the text options. So I can move this around. I can delete this one. You see at the top, I don't know if you guys can see this at the top. At the top, there's a delete button here. And I can just delete that. And I can delete this one too. And then I can move this up. If you have a small phone screen, obviously this is going to be a little bit harder to do. Because sometimes I can't grasp some of the stuff too. And then you can change the font. Okay. Then you can change the filters and change the colors. I love me some blue, so I'm going to keep it on blue. And then here's elements. This is super fun. And then you can add a light bulb. You can change the color of it. So if you're on the go and you come up with an amazing quote and you feel like you need to post it ASAP, or if you're at the doctor's office and you're bored and you're like, let me create some social media pictures that I can post later, you can do that. And then again, you can add a page. So you can see this plus button over here. I can add a page. And then I can add more elements. Y'all know I love an element. There's a diamond. Change the color. Cool. All right, so that gives you guys an idea of what the app is like. It's pretty simple and easy to use. And the cool thing is it will upload everything from your account. So you guys can see everything I was looking at on the desktop. I can see everything here. All right, so I can pull up some of my pictures. I can save it to my phone. If I realized I forgot to post something and I'm already on the go on the road, I can open it on my phone, save it to my phone, and then I can upload it onto social media. I guess you guys can see on the top over here, it says share, and then you can press that. That's a cool effect. Making the magic happen. Downloading design. All right. So then it'll give you options. Do you want to save it to Dropbox? Do you want to share it with a friend? Do you want to share it on social media? So there's so many options here. You want to message it. Okay. And then you can say done. But yeah, so that's how you guys use the app. There's so many options and features here. You'll probably spend a lot of time being busy just playing around in here. But I'm really happy they created the app because they didn't have an app for a while, so I was kind of mad. But now they have an app, so I'm happy now. And you guys can do this on the app. All right, so let's see what else. All right, so I'm gonna go through your questions in a minute, and I'm going to, so what I want you guys to do is, if you want me to review your social media profiles or your website, etc., why don't you go ahead and put those in the chat box in a few minutes, and then we'll be able to go over those. I do want to remind you guys, or if some of you guys don't know, Get Seen, Get Paid is my 6-week marketing course. This is the 3rd time I'm going to be running it, and we're starting in 2 weeks. And tonight is your last opportunity to get in the class in the early bird prices. All right, so Get Seen, Get Paid, if you guys want to check out the link, it's getseengetpaid.com. And it's a marketing course for coaches, healers, spiritual entrepreneurs. And really, my new word that I love is soul-driven entrepreneurs. So if you are leading with your soul and leading with passion, this course is for you. So whether you help people with their resumes, financial skills, or you do healings, all of these marketing strategies are going to work for you. So I'm not going to go through this whole story. You guys can read more about that on the page. One thing I do say is that you need 3 things that are going to really help you catapult your business, which is your commitment, your confidence, and your strategies. Now, I can help you with the last 2, which is your confidence and your strategies. But your commitment has to come from you guys, all right? You guys have to come ready and committed and be like, Aditi, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to be successful. And that's the type of energy I want coming into the class. So again, this is the 3rd time I'm running it, and this is the last time I'm going to be running it. So if this is something that you've been interested in, or you feel like you need that last push and guidance, here's your opportunity to do this, because I'm running this live, which means I'm going to be having live office hours every single week. So I'm going to give you guys activities every single week, and they're going to be more in depth than what we're doing in the challenge. But you guys get a kind of an idea of how I teach and how I operate and how everybody works together. But in the course, we're going to have activities, because I don't like to call it homework. We're going to have activities that each and every week we're going to do to enhance our brand and get seen. And each week I'm going to have office hours where I'm going to be sitting with you guys in a group setting, but I'm going to give you guys individual attention on each of your brands and your businesses, and helping you guys really mold the activities to your brand specifically. And this works for all types of brands. One of the people who took the course last time had a theater dance company. So it was a physical, in-person type of company. And we were able to work together to, you know, apply everything we're learning to her business as well. So whether it's a digital online business or it's an in-person business, this works for you. The only thing I ask is that you already know what your gift is or what you're selling before you come in to the group. Now, in terms of what you're selling, you don't need to have your offerings together, but you just have to know what you're good at. So if you're like, I'm really good at teaching people financial skills, or I'm really good at giving people Reiki healings, or this is what I want to do. And it's okay, and I'm going to say this again, it's okay if you have 5 passions, because a lot of people coming into the course have a ton of passions, and that's totally cool, because what we're going to do in week 1 of brand tuning, we're going to bring all of your passions together with one core message. All right, so I will help you guys with that in the office hours. Now there's something new that I'm offering that I didn't offer last time, which is a VIP option. Well, you'll also get 2 private marketing strategy sessions with me. So I added this on demand because I found that in the group settings, sometimes people still wanted more one-on-one coaching for their specific business. So if you're looking to get that, in addition to the office hours, you can opt in for the VIP investment. So we're right now in the early bird period, and this ends, you guys, tonight at midnight. So if you want to get in, you can either pay in full, so the business early bird investment is $495, or you can do 2 installments if that works better for you, which means $275 would be put down today, and then the next $275 will be billed in 4 weeks. All right, so that kind of helps break up the payments. And if you want to do the VIP one, the full early bird is $995. Or again, if you want to do 3 installments, it's 3 installments of $375. Now you guys can see it's just $100 more in the investment compared to just the course alone, and it's also 3 versus 2 installments. But I will say people have gotten a ton out of getting the one-on-one support. So if that's something that you feel that you would like more than being in a group setting, or in addition to it, I can say, that would be a great option for you. And basically both options include the course, but the second one just includes an extra 2 private one-on-one sessions. And you can use those after the course is over or inside of the course. So some people, the last time I ran it, some people, I didn't offer this specific option, but some people did have a one-on-one session with me, and they wanted to use it for brand tuning, or they wanted to use it for audience clarity, because they were like, Aditi, I feel like I'm really stuck here, and I feel like I want to go deeper. So we can go deeper, and those sessions are 60 minutes each. And so the course breakdown is the first week we do brand tuning. So you guys got a little bit of a taste of the branding we did in this week 1 of Get Seen Supercharged Challenge, but we're going to go much, much deeper inside the course. And I'm telling you, people have gotten some serious results after brand tuning, I'm very proud to say, because once we really got clear on people's brand, man, they all of a sudden, their brand just had this new type of energy to it. And even the people who were speaking about their brand, all of a sudden, just were completely different because they were more confident and they were clear, and other people were able to receive what they were saying, which meant there was more energy that opened up for people to come their way. And literally from just doing the brand tuning, people have gotten new clients out of just doing brand tuning and gotten more attention for their brand just from week 1. So week 1 is super, super powerful and is definitely building the foundation of the marketing plan that we do towards the end. Because you guys, I don't encourage you guys to just go straight to social media without having a strong brand foundation first, because then your message is going to be kind of all over the place. Okay, so that's why we do brand tuning in the beginning. And then next, in the second week, we do audience clarity. So this one is one that a lot of people struggle with because they want to serve everyone and everything. But the problem is, if you are focusing on serving everyone, even though everyone could benefit from your gift, your message is going to be too vague. So let's say you're targeting, couples, and you're targeting teenage children, and you're targeting like people in their 50s. So those are 3 different types of people who have 3 very different lives, who have 3 very different interests, and 3 very different issues and problems in their life. So when you create your marketing message, guess what? If you're trying to reach all 3 of them, you're going to fail, because all 3 of them are very different. So you can't talk to them in the same way. So in week 2, we really get clear on who you want to serve and who you want to focus on and who you want your audience to be. So I love this quote by Seth Godin. He says, "The key to failure is trying to please everyone, but everyone is not your customer." So that's what we do in week 2. And again, like I said, this is an application course. So it's not just knowledge that's going to be coming your way. We actually apply this stuff right away. And I work with you in the office hours deeper with your brand, okay, on all of these things. And then week 3. Now, this is something you won't find in any other marketing class, marketing course, because I haven't seen any. This is visual bravery. So that's great. You have to be out there. You have to put yourself on camera and all this other stuff. But what if you're terrified? What if you are used to hiding under your covers and you're an introvert and you don't really like being out and about, and now you're starting this business because you're passionate about it and you're being forced to be out there? It's very uncomfortable. So I haven't seen any other marketing course really including this as a part of it, and I think it is like so crucial. So that's why I include a whole week dedicated to visual bravery. So it's building that visibility muscle and building that bravery and working through those visibility fears and working through the what will people think, what's my family gonna say, oh my god, people are gonna think I'm weird now, like what if I become too successful and all my friends leave? Like, we discuss and we work through all of those things, because I believe you can have all the marketing strategies in the world, but if you're not able to implement them because you're scared, you just lost out on a huge opportunity. So I want to help you through that stuff. And the cool thing is I'm also a certified life coach and an angel intuitive. So I do have the skills to help work through all of these things with you guys. And then the business structure is next. So this I added on demand because students in the course were like, well, I don't know what I need to set up. Like, what do I need to do? Like, how do I do this? So I added the business structure one. And this class, I really break down on what structure you need to get seen and then what structure you need to get paid. So the kind of things you have to have set up on your website, email list, all that kind of stuff. So all the necessary pieces that you need in order to get seen and get paid. So that's what we do in business structure week. And the last week is the marketing strategy. What do you guys do after the course is over? What do you guys do, when I'm not in the office hours with you and directing your moves? What do you do after that? So in that week, we come up with a marketing strategy, a marketing plan of what you guys are going to do going forward. Now, I don't believe in a cookie cutter marketing strategy. I believe everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own mojo. And this is the week you're going to figure out what that is for you, or decide what you're going to start with, because things are ever evolving and things can always change, which is totally cool. Like, I think one thing is people always get too attached to, well, if I do it this way, I'm going to be doing it this way forever. No. Okay, I constantly change what I say about about what I do and the people I work with all the time. This is my playground and this is your playground, all right? So nothing has to be set in stone. As you grow and evolve as a person, so will your brand, so will your business, so will your marketing strategy. So don't ever feel like anything is set in stone, because everything is always changing, and that's okay, all right? And then I have these 2 bonuses here, which is a video marketing starter kit and a social media badassery kit. So I don't go over inside the course how to get more followers and how to do all that kind of stuff, but I give you that to have after the course is over. You can take that home with you and use these kits to help you with some of the more tactical stuff. Because in the course, it's more about the strategy, because without a strategy, you guys, the tactical stuff, which is, posting on social media and all that, that's kind of the last step. So if you don't have a strategy, you're not going to do well on that end. So that's why this course really focuses on strategy and application first. And then you guys can see below people who have gone through Get Seen, Get Paid already, and you can see what they have to say about it. And that will give you kind of an idea of what's inside the course, what type of results people have gotten. Chaka Wanda said, I dealt with my followers on Periscope, my Facebook page, following increased, and so did my testimonials. I gained confidence, clarity, and deeper commitment. Aditi makes you comfortable and not feel like an outcast. And then Tanuja says, in just the first 2 classes, you will get your money's worth. And John says, Aditi really helped me learn how to fine-tune my brand. So you guys can read some of this deeper, but just want to show you that that is there. And then again, you guys, so the early bird is going to end tonight at midnight. And I would love to have you guys in the course. I would love to help you build your brands, because this is what really lights me up, to see you guys stepping into your gifts, because I know for a fact that so many people are waiting to receive your help and your gift. You may think nobody cares, but you'll be surprised at how many people actually do care and how many people actually can benefit from what you have to offer. And as a side bonus, it improves your life as a side bonus. Like, why not? Because you become happier, you're actually doing stuff that you're passionate about and that you love, and magical things can happen in just 6 weeks. This course is just 6 weeks. And last year when I first started my business in marketing, because in the beginning I had a Joy blog for 3 years. I first started the marketing last year because I was finishing up my master's degree in marketing at Northwestern University. So I graduated from my master's last year. And as we were getting towards the end of my program, everybody was, getting ready to do job interviews and all of that stuff. And I just knew that that world was not for me anymore. And I literally just started doing free classes and putting myself out there for 6 weeks. And after 6 weeks, I got my first big coaching client. So for me, it was a coaching client, but for you, whatever that is, a product or a sponsor or etc. A lot can happen in 6 weeks, you guys. A lot can happen. So again, you can look through this course. It's getseengetpaid.com. You guys can read deeper about everything. You can get to know me here too. Just a little bit of a quick background. I have 13 years in marketing experience. I have 2 official degrees in marketing, undergrad and a master's degree. I also have a life coaching certification to kind of help you guys work through the blocks that are coming up. And also an angel intuitive under During Virtue, because I believe in angels and them giving us guidance all the time. And I also have 6 years at a consulting firm. So I have a good mix of skills, you guys, that I bring together and can bring to you through this course. So that's why I created this course, so I can bring the best of myself to y'all. All right, so again, you can look through here to go more deeper. And next, I'm going to open up for questions. You guys can ask me questions about Get Seen Get Paid. You guys can ask me questions about Canva. And then we'll go deeper into your social media profile reviews. All right, so let me open up the chat box. Yes, Regina, this is the same course that you are already a part of. So you're already signed up, so you are good to go. We will be starting in 2 weeks. All right, let's see who else. Okay, Regina asks, can you use these on Instagram? The photos that you use in Canva? Yes, you can. Can you use them to develop your membership sites as well as your website? Anywhere you want to use pictures, you can use Canva. So you can create custom dimensions and you can create anything you'd like. Do you have to have an ISBN number in order for your? No, you do not need to have an ISBN number if it's a PDF document. And I want to tell you guys one thing I just remembered. So in the Facebook cover photos, one thing I want you guys to be aware of is this line right here where it has all these buttons. So when you're creating your photo, you want to remember not to have anything below a certain aspect. So that's why I have this border here, to remember people aren't going to see anything below this. Because one of my clients had created something and it was kind of low. Let me see it. Yeah, so you guys can see here, she created this cover photo and it's kind of cutting into this bottom row. So I told her to update it and move this text up. So that's something you guys want to keep in mind for Facebook cover photos, okay? All right, so let's go into... All right, does anyone want to unmute themselves, say anything? Are you guys getting value from this training, etc. as I open up your profiles. I would love to hear from any of you. You guys can just unmute and talk.
Aditi,
Hi.
this is Regina. I really appreciate this course. It was very interesting and eye-opening, and I see that we could do a lot with this. I appreciate you for opening this up to us.
Good. I'm so glad. And I'm so glad you came because I know you want to update your social media profiles next. We spoke about that the other day, so that's awesome.
Yes.
Hi, this is Ramala. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes. Hello.
Hi. So there's something I've just been thinking about for so long. I keep hearing about, your gift, and still I question, do I have a gift? For instance, what I want to do is I want to inspire people to be inspired by nature, and there's a reason for that. And part of it is involves interior office decor, but that's something else. I just really want people to realize how nature, can help relieve stress, and how it can just make you feel better. But is that a gift? It's not like, I'm an accountant or a coach or so.
If you're passionate about something and you can show people how it can benefit their life, that is a gift, in my opinion, because you know something that other people don't, and you know a way that their lives can improve by this information that you have about nature. Because so one thing I want to say, you guys, is like sometimes we haven't actually had training for our gift because our gift came from our soul when we were born. So some of the things that I know, not even marketing related, but just about life and stuff, I don't even know where some of these things come from. Like I'll just say something and I'm like, what? So it comes from our soul memory. And so maybe you have a soul memory of, teaching people about nature or being in nature and remembering how much it can benefit your life. So it doesn't have to be a certification. I'm just obsessed. For me, I'm obsessed with trainings and certifications because I never felt worthy enough just the way I was. So that's why I just happen to have all of these. But you don't need anything like that in order to succeed. I don't know if you guys know, but Tony Robbins, who is Oprah's life coach, he has absolutely no training in being a life coach. It was just intuitive, as well as certain workshops he went to. He just created his own frameworks based on his intuition. So likely whatever your gift is, it's already intuitively there. And if you can make the world a better place and you feel passionate about whatever that is a gift, in my opinion.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Who was saying that that Canva is overwhelming? Did this help make it less overwhelming or confusing? Selena, I think it was you. You said you don't have a clue what you're doing. All right, so you guys can feel free to say anything. Okay, Regina said it's much clearer for me now. Karen said, I love the idea to crop yourself out of a picture with fiber. Yeah, I love doing that. It's so fun. Okay, so let me share my screen again. All right, so here is Karen. Hey, Karen. All right, so ditch the self-doubt and build nonstop confidence. The Confident Entrepreneur Guidebook plus bonus Confident Entrepreneur Pro. Awesome. Okay, free at luckysoul.com. All right, so is your freebie just available on the homepage? So Karen, I really like your Twitter cover. I think that, so the white here is what I would do to make it more noticeable, because the free at luckysoul.com is a little faded out. Maybe if you were to move some of this up and put an arrow an arrow would direct someone's eyes straight to this link. That's one thing that you could potentially do to make it clear, because I feel like I have to read all of this before I realize I can just go here and get it. But if you had this moved up and then you had an arrow going to this, I think that would make it even better. So there's one option. And then coaching women to create the mindset they need to build a business they love. So one thing you can do is invite people again to, because sometimes people don't even look at the Twitter cover and they look only here. So I would recommend that you invite people to download your guide here as well. So if you want, you can reduce some of the text and then say like, get your free confident entrepreneur guide here, and like put an arrow, because I see you have some emoticons here, so you can put like a downward arrow and guide them to go there. Need help getting your thing out in the world? This will help. Okay, cool. This is great. So you have a pinned tweet. This is awesome. This is definitely what I tell everyone to do. The Confident Entrepreneur Guidebook. Awesome. Cool. This looks really good. I'm glad that you have a cover photo, and I'm not following you, so let me follow you. That's what you've been wanting to change anyways. Okay, awesome. Cool. And Karen, you can feel free to unmute yourself if you want to just chat out loud.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Hi. Wait, let me put my video on. Oh, can you see me? I don't know if you can see me. I can't.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
I'm on my work computer. I can't even see myself, but oh, there I am.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I appreciate that feedback. I love that putting an arrow down to the on the banner is a great idea. And I've been wanting to change my bio there, and I haven't really known like what to put there. So that's really helpful too. Just putting like a link to my guidebook.
Yeah, I think
my meditation.
Yeah, I'm like all about sending people to email lists everywhere possible. So it's like they can't miss it, you know?
Yeah. I've been getting less shy about doing that.
Good. I'm glad. And did you want me to look at your Facebook too? Did you put that in here as well?
Sure. It's facebook.com/luckysoul.
Okay, cool. Facebook.com/luckysoul. Is it The Lucky Soul?
The Lucky Soul.
Okay.
That's not me.
Oh, that's interesting.
That looks interesting too.
Yeah. All right, how can I close these? Okay. Okay, cool. So you put the picture across the whole thing. Is this a new one you did because the new layout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. I like the arrow. I'm all about arrows because I learned in my like graphics class, like you literally through your graphic, you literally teach people where to look. So when you have things like an arrow, you're kind of directing their eyes to certain places. So that's good. If you ever thought, I'm not good enough, I need better credentials, I'm not ready, I'm not taking the time. I would maybe pick 3 of these because I feel like there's like a lot going on.
Yeah.
I almost get a little overwhelmed that I don't want to read it. So I think a cool way to keep people's attention would maybe pick 3 of the main ones you feel are the most important, and you can put like etc. and then send people to the guidebook because I think it looks a little bit like crammed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I keep changing it, trying to figure out, you know, what's going to work and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
So.
And you can put a more prominent arrow, like a more like in your face red, you know, go there. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I would say. Because like when I first look at it, I'm like, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
A little overwhelming. Okay.
And then your profile, let's see what you have. Okay. So again, you want to invite people to sign up for your freebie.
Okay.
A little bit. Okay. And then do you know that they have an option to put services?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, so you can actually change this from a product service to like a business person or business page. A couple of other ones as well, and then a services thing will come up here.
Oh.
Services. Here, let me show you an example. So Shweta has that on hers. So you see the services here?
Uh-huh. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and she has health and wellness website. So there's different, not all of them have the option of services, but the one that you have does it. So then she has services here, energy assessment, energy drink.
Oh, that's so cool.
And you can even add like your freebie here too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rad.
Yeah. So,
That's a great tip. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Cool. All right. So through each week, what we're going to do, and this is for everybody, through each day, we're going to be updating each and every social media profile. So that way you don't feel overwhelmed by doing them all at once. Unless you're a go-getter, you can go for that. But each day we'll put maybe 15 minutes in and do each one. So like one day we'll do your Facebook cover, and then one day we'll do your Twitter cover, etc. Now, Karen, is your personal page have a cover photo for your business too?
It does not. That's one thing that I've been super shy about, and I heard you talking about it earlier. I'm like, oh, maybe I should rethink that.
Yeah, let's do it this week. Let's do it.
Because I do have my business up there listed, and I don't know if my freebie is accessible or not. Actually, I'm not sure if I put it in there or not, but I definitely don't have it in my cover photo.
Yeah, put it in your cover photo.
Yeah.
It's terrifying, but I'm telling you, because at this one period of time, I was really active in a bunch of Facebook groups. And this one time I put up this post that so many people resonated with that I got 60 email subscribers because they all went to my profile to see who I was. And then they saw my cover photo and then they just like signed up. Like,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like you can just get a lot of organic traffic from that.
Yeah.
And then on your personal profile, do you say like works at this page?
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I change my personal cover photo to something just personal, but often I try to keep it something, so people are like, oh, what's that,
Yeah.
Like I think, I had Lollapalooza because I went to the festival. But like sometimes I'll add, and then you can always put a description here like I was saying earlier.
That's cool too. Yeah, I've been a little shy about that, but I'm letting that go. That's one of the things. That's one of the boats I'm burning.
One of the boats you're burning. That seems supercharged, so like charge everything. Cool. Do you have any other questions, thoughts? Anything?
I don't think so. I really love all those suggestions, and I'm just going to look for other ways to like put my my freebie out there in ways that maybe I haven't done that yet. So.
Did you find any value from the training, even though you already use Canva?
Oh, totally. Like I actually didn't know some of the things that you were talking about in there. So yeah, it was really helpful.
Good to know. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
This can be for beginners and advanced.
Yeah. There's always like another little tip that I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Romola, do you want to get on camera with me or just open up your audio? I'm opening your page next.
Okay.
Hey there.
Hi.
Look, we're all on here together. Hello.
Dark in here. I'll turn on my light.
Cool.
So this is a page that this was my first entry into visibility because I'm really very new to Facebook. And what I did is I just put together a page with public domain photos and quotes that represent my message. But as you can see, there's nothing on there from me. My name isn't on it.
There's no person on here. So one thing I will say, Karen, that I liked about yours, even though it's The Lucky Soul, you had your picture as the profile picture. So that's the first thing I want to recommend for you, Romola, is I know it can be terrifying, but you having your photo there all of a sudden makes your brand more personable and approachable. And it doesn't just seem like this like mysterious like Facebook page and no one knows who runs, And I would put your picture here, and For the cover photo, which is where the flower is, I would put your core message. Why is nature important? Or what is it that you're trying to teach or tell people about nature? I don't know if you did the branding workshop from day 5, but in there we go a little bit deeper with, what your brand message is and your bigger why and your mission statement and your core message. So in there, we kind of go deeper with that. And that's how you can find out like what it is you're trying to do, what are you trying to share, and what is your main message here.
Okay. Okay, great. So this here, like I said, I'm still new to Facebook. So does everyone, I have my homepage, which is with, my friends on it. But then from that, everybody has that. And then you create all other pages. It's not like I could have a separate page that, because I don't know if on here, if you can connect to my homepage, or is this just seen as peaceful nature? You can't connect to my homepage.
So let's talk about why that's an issue, my friend.
About what?
So you said you don't want other people to see it.
Oh no, I'm feeling much more comfortable with it. I'm fine with that, but I'm just saying, this is called a resource page. I have my home page, and then I created a resource page, which is this. So I don't know is this all that you see? You don't see my home page where you could see my personal page?
So, no, like you're saying like your personal profile?
Right.
Yeah, so people would not know.
I see.
The only way people would know is if in your personal profile, like that would only be if people know who you are. So like, let's say people know they already know me, then they'll see here, I'm a marketing strategist at Aditi Ramchandani, which is my work page.
Okay.
But my work page is my name though, so people know who I am. But if you have like a brand that, you didn't want people to find your personal profile, no, they're not going to find your personal profile. If that's what you're worried about.
It doesn't matter, but okay, I was just wondering.
I thought you were worried about your people on your personal profile finding your business page. I'm like,
no, I actually invited them to that page.
Okay,
and
awesome.
Those are I call them my faithful 4. I usually have 4 people every day.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that, yeah.
So I was going to be like, girl, let's coach through this.
So I feel like I want my brand to be peaceful nature, but that's a very common name in terms of all of the social media names. So what I did today, I just came up with that I thought represented me. It's peaceful 1, and then 11111, and I have that on all of my social media, but yet I still want peaceful nature to be the brand. Do you think it's good to have just one name to be consistent through all of your platforms?
For sure, yeah.
Even if the brand name is different, but a way for them to connect.
Oh, because the brand name is Peaceful One?
Peaceful nature is what I'm thinking. I mean, of course it could change, but that's just what I was stuck on, because peace is my favorite word, so I somehow wanted to use that in whatever I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as identical you can have it across the social media platforms is ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can turn off my chat box.
I know some people use various similar names, but they are different on each platform.
So the cool thing about social media is you can have the handle, and then you can also have the actual title. So your handle here is different than your title. So the title is usually changeable to whatever you want it to be.
Right.
So that should probably be consistent across, but the handle sometimes is not available. So the handle you want to try to make consistent if you can, just to make it easier to find. But sometimes, like some clients I work with, they can't find their name, so they will just add something to it, but they'll try to make it consistent across the channels. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. And one thing I want to just point out, like if you want to teach about how nature can enhance your life. I don't feel like this page tells that story right now, so you want to think about how to incorporate that.
Okay.
Because right now, seeing it, I think that this is just a page that shows pretty nature pictures, which is also nice, but I think you're trying to do more than that. So.
Right, because someone had advised me to write how I feel about each quote and photo. And at that time, that was too much for me because I was still so uncomfortable, but now I feel better, so.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love what you're doing. I don't think I know anyone who does something like that. This is beautiful.
Okay.
So you guys are doing the 90-day challenge. I'm also doing it, but the marketing part, I mean, I know I can scope every day, so I'm doing it. But my 90-day challenge is a little different for myself. I kind of put together a daily ritual, which includes 6 things, which is writing, tapping, Karen, and dancing, and meditating, and one of them is going in nature. And I have a tree in front of my house, so if for some reason I don't leave the house, I have to at least go downstairs and stand under the tree and let the tree clear my energy. So I'm all about what you are teaching because I know that nature can transform. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
And Romola, I don't know if you're interested in get paid, but I think it would be a perfect fit for you. So depending on where you are right now, since you're just building all of this stuff up, like I think you'll really benefit from the brand tuning and then figuring out who your audience is and building it up from there. I think this is a perfect match for you.
Exactly. And actually, I had a question that was keeping me from signing up is, when are your office hours? Because I do still work full time and my schedule is flexible, but I just wanted to make sure I could be available.
Yeah, the office hours are going to be typically Tuesday evenings from like 6 to 8 Central.
Oh, okay. 6 Central. Oh, okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, I'll still be at work, but I'll just make sure I don't have any meetings, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, typically I think I did it Tuesday 6 to 8 last time and it worked really well for everyone. Are you in Central or are you in Eastern?
Pacific.
Oh, so yeah, so it will be earlier for you guys.
At 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So let's see how the group is. If the group feels like a later time would be better, since you're in Pacific and maybe other people will be too, we can definitely discuss it as a group. Because I do want everyone to take advantage of the office hours. That's where you get the most value.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And remember, the early bird ends tonight. So if you want to get in, tonight's the night.
Okay.
Cool. And just to remind you guys, this is the last time I'm running this because the angels have guided me onto a new project after this, but they said that I need to run it one more time because there are people who would like to take it. So this will be the last time I'll be running this. Karen, you're modifying your 90-day challenge to do some of what? Tapping? I love that. Yeah, I was like, even though I don't know what's happening, I love and accept myself anyways. Nature, tapping, and dancing. Yeah, it's been life-changing because I don't know about you guys, but I can become a workaholic. So this had to happen for me to like balance myself, especially when I'm doing this 90-day challenge with you guys, like the marketing part of it, because I have to get up every day and make sure I have everything out. And I'm a practitioner, so we get to do it. Yeah, totally. I was like, I need to just keep myself in check with my stress. All right, Chanel. Wait, sorry, Romola, do you have any other questions? Are you good? Did you enjoy the training? How you feeling?
I thought the training was wonderful. It's great. I just signed up for Snapchat today, so now I'm feeling a lot better. I know all of like listening to you and others, it's just really helping me to sort of come out of my shell.
Good. And that's what's so amazing about doing it as a group, because we're all terrified, you know, and I'll be terrified in my own way for the next level of where I'm going. So it's like we just kind of support each other. We hold that space and we, I don't know, it just has this magical feeling to it when you can have a group of people that get it. You know what I mean?
Great.
Awesome. All right, so Chanel, I'm going to invite you to come on camera or to open up your line, and let's get to talking. Let's see. Chanel, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, I hear you. Oh, I see you too. Yay. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, it's a whole party in here. What's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
This is awesome. Cool. It's so nice to meet you. I've seen you around lately. So glad you hopped on. It's awesome to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So this is my business Facebook page. That's a work in progress. And what I've been having a problem with doing is I had pre-scheduled a lot of posts, and I tried to make it so when people came here, they got the questions answered that they were asking about. Like people were saying originally I just had posts on here, and then people were trying to find some of the videos I've been doing on my personal page, and they were trying to find out how to book me, and they had all these other questions. So I tried to add other features to it, but in terms of the branding, I'm trying to redo that now because my last day at my job was August 1st, so I'm a newbie at this.
Get out of the corporate world.
I know. So but the only thing about it is I've been getting some good success, but the brand wasn't really tailored yet, and so I'm trying to play catch up at this point.
I love your tagline, by the way. No guru needed, just God. That's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
Because that's what God has been trying to rack into my head. Don't need any more mentors, damn it. These things, I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, cool. So first thing I'll say, love your picture, and I love the cover photo. And so the first thing I'll say is I see you say register at Chanel. Now, do you have some sort of freebie or something that you've created to give people?
So what they're registering for is a free video course.
Okay.
And then, that's the other part of it. I didn't have lead pages and all of that. So I had put one just on my Squarespace site, which looks really bootleg at this point. It's just text on it.
Girl, progress over perfection is my So I think if you have a video series, that's incredible, and I would love for people to know about that, because right now you're just saying register. So I'm just pretending I'm a customer or a potential person, right? I'm not that enticed to register because I'm like, I don't know what I'm registering for. I don't really know what this is exactly, but it sounds cool. I'm intrigued, but if you said oh, it's a video series for blah, 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 sign up here. Whoa, you just sold me.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one thing I would update. Okay. And then I don't see a description. I don't see on the right side. Usually there is a description somewhere, but I don't see what this is about. Who is this for or whatever. So I would add in a description. And again, in the description, you can invite people to join your video series. Now, if you saw me speaking to Karen earlier, there is some options that allow you to have services tab on the left, which you may benefit from, because you can have your services and you can also have your freebie, which is your video training series, as one of the options for people to get.
Okay.
And how Karen had the arrow, you can also add an arrow when you update this cover photo and say when you tell people there's a free video training series, and then you can have an arrow right here that tells people, because does this take you to where you get the video training series?
No, it just takes you to register.
Oh, okay. So this is what you meant by register.
Yeah.
Okay, but you are going to be sending people to the video training series, yeah?
Right.
Okay, yeah, because that definitely is a fantastic idea. So those would be the main things I would say for you. Do you have any questions or thoughts?
No, those two things those two things helped a lot because it's like I said, I know it's a work in progress, and I'm trying to just get things up at this point.
Yeah, totally. Do you have a Twitter or anything else that you want me to look at too?
Yeah, my Twitter is, let me type it in the chat box.
Okay, that's perfect actually. I love you guys hanging out with me on a Friday evening. I was like not really sure if anyone was going to show up at Friday evening.
You did it early enough.
Well, that's good to know. So I can, y'all wanted to get your work in before the weekend started. Oh, very nice Twitter cover. Did you make this on Canva?
No, I got that from Fiverr.
Oh, you got it made. Awesome.
Yeah, that's the
Fiverr.
old one I had up before I switched to that new one that you saw.
Oh, okay. So this is an old one?
That cover photo on Twitter is the one I used to have on Facebook as well.
Oh, you used to have it on Facebook. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
The Supercharged Women's Coach. Okay, so same thing. I would create a cover that invites people to sign up for your opt-in, so your video training series.
Okay.
And same thing for your profile. You can invite people at the end to see you guys. Social media is kind of the first touch point to build a relationship with people, your audience. So the next step is you want to get people on your email list, because what if Twitter and Facebook and all these things like disappear tomorrow? You're going to lose that following that you've created. But if you have their email address, you can continue building that relationship by emailing them, inviting them to join a class, or inviting them for different events and things that you're doing, or a free challenge, whatever it may be. So that's why I keep emphasizing bringing people to your email list through every possible way, so people can't miss it. They're like, oh, well, she's telling us on her cover photo. Oh, because the thing is, people may not look at everything, right? When they come to your Twitter, they may just look at your description, or they may just look at your photo. So wherever they look, you want to get them in. And then I noticed you don't have a pinned tweet. So that's another option, that you can add a pinned tweet. Do you know what that is?
No.
No, yeah, that's totally fine. So basically on your page, you can have a tweet that you keep up there forever. So I'll show you what mine looks like. So you guys can see on I want to update my cover photo on this challenge because this one's old, but you can see I'm inviting people to join my email list. I'm saying, want to spread your message and share your gift? Let me show you how. And then even in here, I'm saying free 7-day visibility course below, and then they can click on that. So here's what a pinned tweet looks like. So you see how it says pinned up here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can basically write a tweet and then post it, and then there's an option to make it a pinned tweet. So let me see if I can just pick a random tweet. Okay, so here, so you see these little dots here? I just click these little dots under the post, and then I just press pin to your profile page. You see that?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You can only pin one post at a time, so you can change it over time. But for right now, you can do your video training series. And so this is something that people will see as soon as they join your Twitter page or come to your Twitter page. And because tweets keep moving, this will always be constant. So no matter what, you'll have them seeing whatever you want them to see first.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then if you guys saw my my client Shweta Iyer, for her tweet, or for her pinned tweet, she had a picture, and I think that just adds a nice touch to it. Like to your pinned tweet, if you add a photo, people will notice it more,
Okay.
You can see this pinned tweet that has a photo. So yeah, so there's an example of how you can do it.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think that's great. If you have a video training series, like ball out with that. Be like, yeah, everyone get in on this video training series.
Okay.
So yeah. Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Cool. And did you enjoy the Canva training? Did you get value out of it?
I did. I've used Canva before, but I did see some new things with you. Like I didn't know about the flipping the image, which helps a lot.
Yes.
that was definitely one of them. And I didn't know that they had a mobile app. So that's definitely will help me when I'm sitting places to be able to use it, especially like at the airport.
Yeah. And I think it's cool because like with tweeting, you don't have to always be on a computer now to create a quick Twitter picture that you can throw on with your tweet. So I think
right.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Glad you came. Glad you're here. All right. So okay, who else posted? I think after Chanel it was Regina. So Regina, my love, I see a lot of text, but what I would love is if you could actually write the link that you want me to click on. That would be helpful. Is it helpful watching each other? We giving feedback to each other because then you guys can learn from each other's different things.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Because everybody did it differently, so I like to see how everybody else did it.
Yeah.
What's working and, you know, things that you can incorporate.
Yep. Okay, cool. So Regina, this is your personal Facebook, simple. Okay, so the first thing I'll say right away, Regina, you can see how your picture is being is covering up some of your message here.
Correct.
So on Canva, if you guys remember, when you create a cover photo, it actually takes care of that for you. So you see how this has the profile picture here, so you make sure you don't get your message covered in there. So that's one thing I would say for that. So when you create your new one, when we're doing this challenge in the next couple of days, when you use Canva, you can create one that doesn't block your message. Does that make sense?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, cool. Did you want me to look at another one?
Oh, my fan page is Regina Turner, Credit Restoration Maven.
Okay. Okay, so same thing for you. You want to use an option where you can add services on the left. And what you would do is just change wherever you put product and service, you want to change that to something else. And you can try different ones and see what options come up. But you can pick one that has an option for services on the left.
Okay.
Okay, I know one of them is business person. I know Health and Wellness website does that, but I know that's not what you are. But just to give you an example, so you can try and test them out and show you on mine. All right, so here's mine. And if I just press more and I press edit page info, this is where you can change it. So you see how I picked business person?
Right.
So you can pick like coach or one of the other ones. Let's see if coach has the services option.
I think it does.
So then you just refresh the page. Yeah, services is there. So I think that might be a good match for you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So same thing, I would love in the next week or two if we can remember the core message we came up with from the branding Q&A earlier this week. You can make your Facebook cover photo be that, or you can create like a checklist or a freebie or something inside of Canva and invite people to join that. So those are two options for you. And then I would put your picture in the profile because people want to connect with a person rather than a company. So we want to make this more personable. So we want to put your picture here.
Okay.
Okay. And Yeah, so the cover photo you can make in Canva in these next couple of days. And you have your website here, so that's cool. Okay, yeah, I think those are the basics that we can get started with for you.
Great.
Okay? Okay, cool.
Oh, here's my Twitter.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Selena, I don't think I saw you post any links. If you wanted me to look at anything, you can go ahead and post that while I'm finishing up Regina's. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, I see your Twitter account is closed. So if you want to use this for your brand, you want to open this up.
Yeah, it was open. I don't understand why it's closed now. I have to check it.
Oh, okay, so you can just go to your settings and just update it and make it a public profile.
Okay.
Okay, so same thing for this is great, you have your picture as the profile picture. Now for the cover photo, I would say similar to the Facebook cover, either have your core message here or invite people to sign up for a freebie or something on your website.
Okay, great.
And you can add more here to your description, because you can have you have more room to write stuff in your profile description. So you can write more stuff here about what you do and how you help people. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So was the Canva training helpful for you? I know you're ready to dive right into Canva. You were telling me the other day.
Yes, I am. I'm so excited. I'm sitting on pins and needles. I've been writing my notes. So I have a lot to work with this evening, so it's going to be interesting.
Okay, good. Yeah, you'll have a lot of fun with it. You know what I do, you guys? I put on some jams. I get some water, and I just go at it. And I have so much fun listening to music and creating fun pictures. That's what I do.
Good.
Cool. All right, do you have any questions? I know you're already in Get Paid, so excited to start that with you in 2 weeks, and that's going to be fun stuff.
Yes, because it's been fun thus far, especially on Periscope and now here in the Angel Marketing Club, as well as I can't get seen in the mini challenge that's going on right now. So that's been very helpful for me.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you guys are all participating in the challenge, because you'll get a lot of value out of it. It's literally these little things that we keep tweaking and just continuously putting ourselves out there that's really going to make the difference. Because I think we get too caught up in like, oh my God, everything needs to be so perfect before I can get seen. But like I realized last year I was in a time crunch. I really only had 4 months before I was graduating from my master's degree. And I was like, well, I need to get it together. And I'm too overwhelmed trying to do everything. So I was like, I'm just going to start where I am right now. So that's what I keep like kind of sharing with you guys. Just start exactly where you are right now. No matter where you are, people are going to find value from what you're doing, regardless of you having a perfect Twitter cover photo or, you know, all of that stuff. Like this stuff is all good and we're enhancing it all, but it doesn't all need to be together in order for you to start you know, building your presence and getting noticed and potentially signing on clients too. You know, I've seen people sign on clients without even a real website. So I think all of this stuff is important, but it's not absolutely necessary to just start. Like you can start wherever you are. So I'm really enjoying the 90-day challenge. So I'm glad that you guys are all joining in with me. I'm just having fun with it. So basically, so today was the Canva training, and then each day after today, I'm going to assign like, okay, today we're doing Facebook covers. Today we're updating Twitter covers. So each day we're going to update one or the other. So today was just the feedback. So you guys don't have to go running to do it now. You can do it each day as we, if you want to spread it out. And then what I've decided, I think what I'm going to do, and you guys can tell me what you think, I'm thinking to do a Q&A on each 7th day of the week. So the 7th day of this week, I will look at all the creations that you guys have made and then give you feedback again if you want me to look at it one last time. So this past week we did the branding Q&A. So this week I'll do presentation Q&A, and then each week I'll do a Q&A on the 7th day. So that way I can like help you guys each week deeper. And we'll get on Zoom like this and we'll talk and we'll hang out and work on our stuff. Can you provide a reminder in our social media numbers? Yes. Is today Friday? Okay, yeah. Good. Thanks for reminding me about that. So if you guys haven't already done this, what I would invite you to do is if you go to the Angel Marketing Club, I created a Google spreadsheet in day 2, I believe. Yeah, so if you go to day 2 and look at the activity, there's a Google spreadsheet here. And what you can do is you can add where your social media numbers are right now, and we can track them each and every week all the way till the end. So granted, we're not necessarily focusing on these things right now, but it's just cool to see how things move over the weeks. And there are a couple weeks I'm going to be focusing on specific social media channels, so you'll learn how to grow more followers and all that. So like one week I'm going to be doing Twitter, one week I'm going to be focusing on Instagram and etc. And one week I'll be focusing on Periscope. I love me some Periscope. I don't know about you guys, but Periscope has really allowed me to grow my community more than anything else, really fast and for free. So I always suggest that y'all should get on Periscope because by the end of 12 weeks, so much can happen. I was really consistent on Periscope for 45 days at the beginning of this year, and I literally made $3,000 from people I met on Periscope. Like people enjoyed what I was teaching, and they signed up for Get Seen, Get Paid that time. One of the people I met on Periscope, he bought one of my digital products for $79, and then he signed on a $2,000 coaching package with me, and we worked one-on-one together. So magical things can happen when you are seen and you're out there and you're passionate and you're teaching. And that was through Periscope, you guys. So I think like Periscope has a ton of potential. Chanel, I'm speaking your language with spreadsheets. That's awesome. So what you guys want to do is just find an empty row. So you can just look for an empty row. So here's one, add name. And then you can just start for week 2 if that's where you're starting with right now. Yes, that's right. Regina and I met through Periscope, and Regina is now part of Get Seen, Get Paid. Well, there you go. There's the testimony right there. All right, so you guys get on the spreadsheet and fill in your name in one of these rows, and then you can start with week 2 and put in where you are with your current social media numbers. And you can add something too if you want, like if you have a YouTube channel or if you have a Facebook group, you can add that as well, and then we can track it over time. So, all right. Cool. So thanks, Karen, for reminding everyone of that. That's awesome. All right. So are there any, let me stop sharing screen. All right, cool. So are there any other questions? Anything else you guys want to share or anything you want to say at all before we close up soon? The link for Get Seen, Get Paid. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat box. www.getseengetpaid. Snack break, that's awesome. What's your favorite snack, you guys? Lately, y'all have been seeing me eating popcorn because I've been trying to. Popcorn is so good, and I get the fresh kernels and I pop it on the stove, and hard salami and crackers. That sounds so good right now. I think I'm really hungry. I don't think I ate anything today. Dried mango. That sounds so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, there's the link, you guys. Let me know if it's working. Just click on that. You know, the other day I was really upset because I sent out a newsletter, an email to all you guys, and the link wasn't working, and I didn't know why. And I was like, I did everything I was supposed to. You already updated your Twitter. Yay, that's awesome. I love these go-getters. All right. So if you guys have any questions, if you're signing up for Get Seen, Get Paid tonight, but you want to ask me any questions first, feel free to email me at aditi@email. Let me just type it in here. aditi@amplifywithaditi.com. So again, the early bird is until tonight at midnight. Would love to have you join the course. Regina, who's here, is already a part of it, and we're going to have a small, intimate group of people that we're going to go deep with for 6 weeks, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to get seen and get paid. All right, so I think that's everything. And if you guys see on the Get Seen Get Paid page, there is a countdown, which is super cool because I've never had a countdown on my pages before. So y'all have 5 hours left and 48 minutes as according to the countdown. You love countdowns. Me too. They're so fun. I felt very accomplished because so I got this page designed, you guys, like last year, like last December. But after that, I've been updating it myself each time I run Get Seen Get Paid. So the countdown was something I figured out myself. So I feel very proud of it. But yeah, so let me know if y'all have any other questions. If you have any more questions about Get Seen Get Paid, I can hang out for a few more minutes if you wanted to ask me anything. But that, I think, is all. You know what I would really love from you guys, since y'all hung out with me all day, I would love if you could post in the Angel Marketing Club how you enjoyed the Canva training today. I would really appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you so much, Chanel. Cool. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, Karen. Cool. So I look forward to seeing those in the Angel Marketing Club, and 5 hours and now 47 minutes to get into Get Seen Get Paid. Last time I'm running it, you guys. So get in there so we can have fun for 6 weeks. All right, cool. All right, love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I now know y'all will show up on Fridays at 4 p.m., so that's good to know. And I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to stop recording this.